Hope cannot be said to exist, nor can it be said to not exist. The earth at the beginning had no roads, but as many people walked the same path over and over, roads began to form.
How can we really transform our impure perception into pure perception?
Every human is benefited by discovering that place within themselves and fully embodying it and radiating it outward.
That underlying ground has attributes of awareness and benevolence, love. Information flows are represented by the nervous system, and those information flows are the basis for our intangible experiences. They are real and part of the Big Bang universe, enabled by tangible underlying flows of neural activity.
And it's breaking space-time rules. And wow, quantum physics is helping us understand how it's possible.
Being involved in research has transformed me, maybe loosening some of my attachment to a particular view of the world.
But as adults, we have to include ourselves in the equation. Because if you don't have your oxygen mask, you're not going to be of any use to anyone. How do you find your own boundaries and what your own needs are?
And come back to it and practice it.
And the practices cracked me open and got me on a good start, constantly emerging inherent wisdom that we all have.
And if you give them the right kind of support, simply get out of a judgmental mind space.
You are allowed to slow down, be where you are at right now, take care of yourself.
And habit our bodies, connect to our emotions. And
what's the psychological mechanism here is if you look at these 12 links of dependent origination, they line up very nicely with modern day psychology around how any habit is formed. Reinforcement learning is actually a rediscovery, a reinstantiation of dependent origination.
There isn't a middle way. There isn't one simple explanation for everything for every person.
Just try to be mindful of how your mind is operating and make sure that you're in charge of what your mind is doing instead of your limbic system or your emotions being in charge of your mind and just pulling the strings without you realizing that's what's happening.
Just by doing some simple changes to my lifestyle.
Again, people who are good at it have worked at it.
But what do I see when I look at reality?
This feeling of my heart filling the entirety of my body.
We're starting to tap into that grounded place. And we stay true to the traditions behind these practices and where they've come from and why.